welcome to The Burn with Ryan Van Deaver, presented to you by Hot Zone Sports. The information you need to know, built with you in mind. For the people, by the people, and with the people. Now, I want to thank today's sponsor of episode 4, Sticky Bird Addiction Chicken. Sticky Bird proudly offers quick and tasty boneless sticky chicken fingers or bone-in wings smothered in your choice of signature sauces, as well as a variety of chicken sandwiches, salads, skin-on fries, garlic fries, onion straws, buffalo cauliflower, Dole pineapple or strawberry soft serve shakes, and more. Beyond great food, Sticky Bird is chicken with a mission. 1% of their profits go to the local nonprofit DCCCA to help women who are fighting substance abuse to be able to stay with their children. Together, we can give addiction the bird and help our local community. So come by Sticky Bird today to dine in, take out, or drive through. Catch them Saturday, August 10th as they join the local community and a bit of friendly competition at Wingapalooza. Thank you, Sticky Bird Addiction Chicken, for all that you do. Now, let's get on to the episode, and we got a banger for you today. Welcome back to The Burn with Ryan Van Deaver, presented to you by Hot Zone Sports. Y'all know how it is. It's information you need to know with you built in mind. For the people, by the people, and with the people. So today I have June Murdock and Mark Creed with us today. Hey, June, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm from Wichita, Kansas, born and raised here. I went to high school. I played at Southeast High School. And then my freshman year, I played basketball at Friends University. And then my last 3 years, I played at Kansas Wesleyan, where we were pretty good, made some national tournaments. And then I went and played for the Wizards this past summer, right when I finished my college season. So, I've just been around basketball my whole life. So there's really no breaks.
All right, sounds good. How about you, Mark?
Um, Born and raised in Wellington, Kansas. Loved basketball in my life. Got connected with an organization in Tulsa, Oklahoma back in 16 and didn't work out. Got with another one in 17. Didn't work out. I decided, I've always wanted to put a team in Wichita. I'm coming back to Wichita. So here I am.
All right. So a little bit more background on June. He was a 2020 Freshman of the Year. He's a two-time KCAC first team, a two-time KCAC All-Defensive Team, and a two-time NAIA All-American. Now, June, your father, Johnny, is a City League legend, a
Yeah.
two-time state champion at South, who went on to score 1,834 points at Missouri State in a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
Your uncle, Jeff, was also a City League standout who won a title at South. I think you know where this is going. Your
Yeah.
older brother by 5 years, Jordan, great name, by the way. My son's name is Jordan. He was a two-time NAIA first-team All-American and remains the all-time leading scorer at Friends with 2,484 points. Now, we can't forget your grandfather,
Yeah.
Mitch. He was a star player at East and later at Friends University as well. Now, saying all that, there's a long lineage of basketball royalty here in Wichita. I'm
Yeah.
sure this is not the first time you've ever heard this. So how have you dealt with the weight of expectation that comes with that last name?
Um, I get what you're saying. Like it's a lot of expectation that comes with it, just because, like you said, my dad, my uncle, my grandfather, and then me like witnessing my brother do that, because I went to every game and it was like night in, night out for him. But I think the best way to just handle those expectations is, not to put too much pressure on myself. Like I know how I play, and then I think once I became once I transferred to Kansas Western, my brother coached there, and he really that's when he realized, oh, I can't put that pressure on him. Like he's not me, he's his own player, and that definitely helped me. So, me just staying in the gym and working out as hard as I could every day, like kind of prepared me, just gave me that preparation to just go out and play my game. So I think that's what really helped me.
All right. Yeah, I would definitely say that you've had a lot of help and a lot of lineage along the way.
For sure,
So,
it's nonstop.
yeah, for sure. So, you finished your collegiate career this past spring, averaging 18.3 points, 4.9 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and 1.8 steals at Kansas Wesleyan.
Yep.
Basically, in a nutshell, you can do it all. You earned NAIA third team All America honors. And then in your last game, you scored 22 points to help lead the Wichita Wizards to their first minor league title in a 138-99 victory over the Oklahoma Kings
Hmm.
in the Mid America Basketball Association Championship game. So, what would you say helped you be such a force in the MABA championship game in your first season?
The first thing I would say is always gonna be that, preparation. I've always been like hardcore in the gym. My parents always were on me. My brother was on me. They didn't like really force basketball or anything on me, but they noticed that I loved to play, so they would always, keep me, grounded and just making sure I'm working. And then that next thing that really helped me, I'd say, is like I was just coming out of a college season. My body's like built, ready, everything for that. I feel like I was in great shape and, just ready to play, So once I got that opportunity to go play, then I was ready to go. And I just feel like my teammates definitely helped out in that just because everybody loved playing together.
Oh, yeah, you definitely had one heck of a season. Now, transitioning to the entire season, you averaged 31.3 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 8.6 assists over the course of an undefeated season. You were named league MVP by obvious reasons. What would you say attributed to that success as being like the all around player MVP?
That's just a blessing, man. But I'll just say, and you can't do those. You can't get those awards by yourself, man. You look at my teammates, man. I'm telling you, those guys love basketball. We are practicing 2 times a week. We go out and we go into practice. Our practices are a lot of times harder than the games. So, those guys being in practice pushing me, us pushing each other, and then, all of them being confident in me to go out and do those things for them on the court, like scoring or knowing that I'm gonna get them open, grabbing rebounds for them. So I just feel like those things all play a huge part, man. Anybody doesn't get those awards by themselves. So it's always going to be a shout out to those guys because they play hard. They do a lot of dirty work that I don't have to do. So it's just a blessing to have them on my team, and then a blessing that God was able to put me in this position.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jokic and LeBron in the NBA. It's not just a singular award like people always go out and say. Oh, like especially King James, the self-proclaimed king. You don't really see him thanking his teammates a lot.
Hmm.
He just sees it as a single person award. But I like how you say it's a team award. That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So adding to the experience was the fact that your father, Johnny, was the Wizards coach.
Yep.
I'm not saying I believe in conspiracy theories or anything, but maybe, just maybe, he was put on this team for a reason so he could get you on there. But what was it like to have your dad be your coach again?
Oh man, that's just like a wonderful feeling, man. Because I just remember him coaching me all through like my childhood. I remember him coaching my brother's team, and now he's even coaching my sister. So it's like a full circle moment. So like just him being on that sideline, like even at my college games, I could look to the sideline. And he's there coaching me, giving me little tips and like what I could do better. keep being aggressive, anything like that. And he always just instills confidence in me, man. So being able to play for him and then winning the championship together, man, that's probably one of the coolest things.
So, go playing off of that, what did your dad help you with that others couldn't? Like maybe your coach at Kansas Wesleyan.
Let's see. I think my dad, he always just had like the mental side of the game. Like that's why he's like so good. Obviously, you got to he could shoot, he could score, everything he could do. But I think like he always told me like it's a mental sport. People are gonna be stronger than you, faster than you, like that. But if you can outthink them and play the game a mental way, then you'll always have a spot on the court no matter what. And just giving that 100% effort. And that's why I think he's like such a great coach. And then that's why he's just like good with everybody within the sport because he knows how to explain things. He knows how to, just be that person to connect to somebody. So I feel like that's why he's like a very good coach. He has that basketball just knack about him.
That's not basketballonomics. That's what that
Hmm.
is.
Yeah.
That's that old school stuff right there.
Yep.
Now, I don't think it's a coincidence that you blossom as a basketball player in a year where you spent extended time with your family. Not
Hmm.
only did you play summer for your father on the Wichita Wizards, but you also played for your brother Jordan, who's
Yep.
the associate head coach at Kansas Wesleyan.
Yes, sir.
So, what's next for you? Do you have any options to go play overseas, or are you going to stay home and play another year here for the Wizards?
I have been trying to get some overseas things going. So that's my next step. I've been trying to get that going. And as long as I get some things straightened out, I should be going overseas probably here this month or next month. So if everything works out how I'm planning to, then yep, I'll be trying to go over there.
So, you going to give us any pointers of the direction you're headed?
I had I had some interest from a team in Poland. Um, Greece was one of the main recent ones that I was looking forward to. So, yeah, so those are some of the teams.
Now, I was in the military, all right?
Hmm.
So, I'm going to give you some advice if you do go to Poland.
Yeah.
Don't try to ever outdrink the Polish.
Ah, man, yeah, you won't catch me in that type of setting anyways.
It will end up very badly for you.
Yeah, I bet.
But before you go overseas, you're gonna have to look me back up. We're gonna have to talk about it a little bit. You know that, right?
Yes, sir. I got
All
you.
right, sounds good. All right, so Mark, you grew up in Wellington, Kansas, and from the first day I met you, I remember the first time I met you, I had 2,500 followers, and we were talking about the MABA, and
Right,
I could tell from the get go how much passion you had for basketball.
right,
It's kind of just like the type of passion that I have for sports in general. It's just all day, every day. You bleed it, you sweat it, everything. So
right,
you've gone full circle from player to coach to account executive for a minor league professional team to a GM of an organization. And in 2018, you built the Wizards from absolutely nothing, from
right.
the ground up. If that's not impressive enough, now you own a championship organization after just 6 years.
Yeah,
So you obviously have a strong passion and love for the game of basketball. But not too
absolutely.
many people would have that type of drive for themselves to create a minor league basketball team. What made you want to create the Wichita Wizards?
Well, I was a student at Wichita State in the heydays, in the early 80s, and I had classes with Aubrey Sherrod, James Gibbs, Carl Papke. I know I'm going back a ways, but those were guys that got opportunities to potentially play in the NBA, but didn't make it. So, what else is there in Wichita? There's nothing. So that always was in the back of my mind. So then when I moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma area and got connected with this team, it popped up back in my brain, there's going to come a day when I'm going to want to try to put a team in Wichita. So a couple years later, that's just how it worked out. So started coming back here on days off from my day job from Grove, Oklahoma, and putting the foundation together, and God led me to the right people, and still here 6 years later.
So after playing in the Minor League Basketball Association, the MLBA, since 2019, the
Mm-hmm.
Wichita Wizards became a founding member of the Mid-America Basketball Association. That was in fall of 2022. The new
Right.
professional league is the creation of yours truly, Mr. Mark Creed. And you've been playing in the league since April of 2023. This past season, there were 5 teams in the league. Are there any plans to add any more teams to the MABA?
Yes, we played an exhibition game against a team from Tulsa this season. They weren't quite ready uh, to get into the league yet. Still had some things to get put together. So I believe they're definitely going to be joining this next season. So we'll grow to 6 teams. It's a situation where we don't want to grow too fast because we want to make sure that every team is on the same page as far as how we do everything. Games, community events, trying to do some things off season to get players exposure, things like that. And we're just not quite where we want to be yet. So we don't want to grow too fast. But growth isn't a bad thing. So a little at a time and try to get everything else the way it should be league wide. So we're all on a level playing field.
So the Wizards team is made up of former college players and those looking to play at the next level professionally. A lot of them come out of the Wichita area.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Wizards have always been a championship contender, but they've never hoisted a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Walk me through the moment where you got to feel your own championship trophy and have a championship organization, Mark.
It's really very humbling because you start with nothing and you work hard and things slowly grow. And we had a lot of great success every year on the basketball court, but off the court, it's always a challenge. So you get the good with the bad most of the time. And finally getting over that hump and it being an amazing group of guys like we had this year. Just every player, man for man, was wonderful as a person on the court and off the court, and you're lucky when you have that. So to be able to go ahead and win out through the whole season and win our first championship was kind of like a dream season, honestly. So when we won, I just kind of took a deep breath and thought back to where I started and where I was at now, and just feel extremely blessed, honestly.
It probably had to be one of the greatest moments of your life, actually.
Yeah, it was a great feeling, but it was honestly a great feeling to see the players feel so much joy because they were, like June said, they worked super hard all season long. Practices were sometimes harder than games, and that's what really got them equipped for games was how hard they practiced. And I don't know, it's just awesome to see the joy in their faces. To feel, hey, we just won a championship. We just went 12-0. I felt a lot of joy for them.
Yeah, for sure. So the Wizards averaged more than 138 points per game and a dominant, just like you said, 12-0 run through the MABA. To say your team was dominant would be probably the understatement of the year. What do you think attributed most to the team's success?
The guys playing together. Honestly, it was never a me situation with anyone on the team. It was all about the team. It was all the love of the game and playing the game right. And Coach Murdock, Johnny's just one of those guys who doesn't put up with any nonsense. So, and all the players respect him for that and respect him every time he speaks. They listen. And so it was just a wonderful situation from day one to championship day.
All right. So we got June, who's going to leave us. He's going to go overseas. What are you excited most about going overseas?
Um, I think I would say just that opportunity, man. A lot of people don't get that opportunity, and that's why I just want to go over there and experience it. I just want to keep playing basketball and, see where it takes me, If that could be like my job, obviously, man, I'd love it. You're supposed to love your job. So,
Oh, yeah.
basketball is something I love, and, I want to see where it can take me for sure.
Okay. One last question for Mark. Where do you see the Wichita Wizards in 10 years? And where do you see the MABA in 10 years?
Wow. I hope the Wichita Wizards become a household name in Wichita. That's one of my biggest goals because right now, a lot of people don't even know we exist, even with the success we've had. And I realize we don't get out in the community a great deal, but we try to get out there. So becoming a household name like the Wichita Thunder and having crowds and having a lot of support from the community and giving players and everyone in the organization a lot more opportunity than we have right now is where I'd like to be in 10 years. I'd also like to have a few more championships. But as
Oh,
far
yeah,
as
for sure.
far as the league goes, like I said, I hope we grow slow and steady. Um, I would love to be 12, as many as 16 teams 10 years from now. I think the potential is there. I think the foundation is there. Uh, I think we have a really good commissioner with a good head on his shoulders. He's young, energetic, and he's very excited. And as long as I can keep him from getting too crazy, we'll be fine. No, honestly, Romeo Harvey's a wonderful guy away from basketball, but being the commissioner of the league, he's always looking out for what's best for the league, and I couldn't ask for more from him.
Yeah, I got one last question for both of you. Are you guys going to Wingapalooza this weekend at the Interest Bank Arena?
The what, Palooza?
The Wingapalooza, man. You didn't hear about it?
I
Oh, I
did
guess
not.
nobody heard about it. This is our sponsor, Sticky Bird Addiction Chicken. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sticky Bird
sir.
Addiction Chicken. I wish I could share this stuff with you right now. Oh my gosh. Look at this layout right here. Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
These are their famous chicken tacos. And they said that this addiction chicken is just there's one heck of a great business model. I do have to tell you guys, like they give 1% of their earnings to the DCCA to help women who are fighting substance abuse to be able to stay with their children.
Wow.
That to me, that is one hell of a
Amazing.
reason to stay
Yeah.
on board with them.
That's
Now
fantastic.
this is one cause that I fully support, and I just got to tell you right now, I can't help myself. I know I'm probably gonna make you guys hungry, but I got to take a bite because I've been looking at this for probably the past 30 minutes, and it looks damn tasty.
Better go for it. Better go for it.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing, man, guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
these guys are gonna be at Wingapalooza. They're gonna be at the competition, and Wingapalooza is it's really just nuts. They don't serve nuts. It's just absolutely crazy because what they do is they get the most popular spots here in town, and they make their wings, and it's just a big, massive competition. But here's the thing: it's not just wings. You got beer there too. So they got beer, they got wings. Yeah, I don't know. There's a VIP pass. I know it costs like $35 to get in. But here's the thing: it's nothing but a massive buffet of chicken wings.
Mhm.
So it's
Well
just
worth
absolutely
it.
crazy. But yeah, if you guys have not checked out uh, this place, Sticky Bird, go ahead and check them out because they are absolutely phenomenal, and they have phenomenal chicken. They have phenomenal salads. Like everything is absolutely top notch. And man, who doesn't love chicken, honestly?
Right on.
But I just wanted to thank everybody. I wanted to thank you, June, Mark, and our sponsors, Sticky Bird Addiction Chicken, for sponsoring our episode today. Um, the city of Wichita means a whole hell of a lot to me, and I'm gonna stay connected. High school sports, college sports, and I'm gonna be staying connected to you, Mark, because I want to get an update
Right
every year
on.
how you guys are doing.
Right on.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me today.
Thank you,
Yes,
And
Ryan.
sir. Appreciate you for having me.
yeah, no problem, no problem. And if you guys have not subscribed to Hot Zone Sports on YouTube or Facebook, um, we got a TikTok, we got Twitter. Go ahead and subscribe and follow all those socials because football season is right now. I believe we got 2 games tonight, so we're gonna be posting content nonstop. You might hear some wild takes. You might hear anything crazy. You never know because it's Hot Zone Sports, so everything's hot.
Sir.
So thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope everybody has an absolutely amazing Friday.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you.
No problem. Oh, hi. I forgot. You guys are still here. Did I mention Sticky Bird Addiction Chicken? Oh my God, it's so damn good. I got some on my beard. I can't help myself. Oh, if you have not checked them out, you better make sure you do. That that chicken sandwich is freaking fire. Anyway, U.S. national basketball team. Oh yeah, that's a strawberry shake. They played Serbia today. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't. Did you know that the U.S. men's national basketball team throughout this tournament have had 5 different leading scorers? Just let that sink in. Now, today's game was a bit different. Jokic had to be the best player on the court today. And he almost was. Before the game started, I told many people that Jokic was going to have to end up being playoff Jokic. 30, 15, and 8. He ended up with 17, 5, and 11. Not too bad for an Olympic game. But Steph Curry led the way for the USA with a career-high 36 points in the win while hitting 9 three-pointers, which, if you didn't know, is the most by any player in a single game throughout the entire Olympics. He dropped 14 of his first 15 for the United States and hit a career high not even halfway through the first quarter. Steph Curry has been judged in the Olympics for not showing up, not setting the pace, not being Chef Curry. This game changed that. What didn't change for Team USA is the rest of the team in the first quarter shot 1 for 8 from the field combined in the opening 10 minutes. The United States scored 23 points in that first quarter. Chef Curry had 17 of those points. But Serbia, just like they do, they took full advantage of this situation. They took an 11-point lead into halftime and kept their double-digit advantage well into the fourth quarter. It really seemed that USA was bound to be headed to the bronze medal game. Not a lot of people had a lot of faith. And then there were some people on my Facebook page that were very adamant that they were going to come back. So, congrats to you who thought they were going to come back because you had it spot on. But what's crazy, in the fourth quarter, Serbia was outscored 32-15. Now, this was the third meeting between Team USA and Serbia this summer. The USA men had comfortably taken both previous matchups, winning an exhibition in Abu Dhabi, 105-79, and the opening group play, 110-84. Here are my takeaways. Team USA only stayed within striking distance during the first three quarters because of Curry's heroics. Plain and simple. That was it. After a slow start to the Olympics, scoring 29 points on 10 of 28 shooting over the first 4 games, he more than surpassed that total in the semifinals with 36 points, like I said. Now, if you take Curry away from this game, boy, is it a different outcome. Scoring 7 of Team USA's last 11 points, including 2 free throws, with 8 seconds left to ice the game. Yeah. The entire world saw what Chef Curry was, even if you didn't know who he was before this game. But let's dive really deep into this game, because it's not just about the game. The slow start and the shocking hole Team USA found itself in Thursday was really baffling to me. At one point, United States, the America's team, not the Dallas Cowboys, it's United States, was down 17 points to a Serbian squad that had very, very few NBA players. Team USA was still, for large stretches of the game, really discombobulated. They were functioning poorly, and yes, if you watch the game, they were overmatched. You cannot convince me of anything otherwise. Despite Curry's red-hot shooting, leading to 36 points, despite Embiid shaking off his criticisms he's received by damn near the entire United States of America, despite his 19 points and on 8 of 11 shooting, despite LeBron James notching a rare Olympic triple-double, these Olympic games are 40 minutes instead of 48 of a regular NBA game. And that almost played into the hands of the Serbians. Almost. But you can't have those mid-game naps against their next game. Against a team like France, against Victor Wembanyama, against Rudy Gobert. France may not beat the U.S., but they also can't let them off the hook by playing confused like they did versus Serbia. Now, am I being critical of the U.S. win versus Serbia? Yes. Did they beat Serbia? Yes. But this is the most loaded roster, top to bottom, in decades, and anything short of a gold medal would be a colossal failure for the United States. But once again, France probably will not beat the Americans on Saturday. But the French just might beat them in 2028 in Los Angeles, along with a bunch of other teams. Okay, a bunch might be a stretch. A host of other teams. How about that? If the United States play like this again, especially in 2028, they could lose multiple games against multiple teams. They could lose exhibitions. You don't know. Because it's just like, it's not like we're going to have Curry, LeBron, and KD on those teams. We don't know. It's 4 years from now. Is KD going to still be in the NBA? Is Curry still going to be Curry? And LeBron, is he still going to be in the NBA? All of them won't still be in the NBA. I guarantee you that. But the problem is, and it's been going on for years, when Michael Jordan played with the Dream Team, international game wasn't that great. What, Tony Kukoc? One player? Against Croatia? Okay. The international depth of talent in basketball is real. And it's growing. That is a real thing. America, with a loaded roster, can still win by sheer talent. But for how long? We really need to start taking these teams seriously. We can't just walk into the arena and expect that we're going to blow out every team. You don't have Magic, Bird, and MJ walking into an arena and scaring the living piss out of everybody that's on the floor. And it doesn't happen anymore. People aren't scared of United States basketball anymore, as you saw today. Yeah, Serbia is the reigning champions. So you got to take that into concern as well. But Jokic nearly raced this Serbia team past the United States. And the likes of LeBron, Steph, Embiid, KD, Devin Booker, and Anthony Davis. That should scare you. The question is, for how long can the United States continue to be a dominant force? And how many of these players that I just said are still going to be on the Olympic roster in 2028? We don't know. But what we can expect is other NBA players, other Americans are going to have to start stepping up. They're going to have to start evolving their craft. And the national players are doing it. I think it's about time we contemplate who we put on our roster. I know one thing for sure. Tatum's probably going to be on the roster, and he might actually get some playing time in 2028. Once again, we'd like to thank Sticky Bird Addiction Chicken for sponsoring this episode. And just remember, if you guys need a late night snack, you got these churros with frosting. Boy, it is absolutely amazing. If you got a sweet tooth like me, go ahead and look them up. Oh my gosh, that's so freaking good. But if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. And make sure to click that bell so it turns all your notifications on and you no longer will miss another episode, a short, or anything in the future. Now, this is Ryan Van Dieber signing off with episode 4 of The Burn complete. I hope everybody has a fabulous day.